Brotato is a massive game. There's 64 characters, hundreds of items, and essentially infinite combinations. Beating the game just once on the hardest difficulty, which is Danger 5, can feel pretty daunting. But what about beating it on all 64 characters, and also doing everything to unlock every single item that the game has to offer? Now, I had never played Brotato before, at least not much, but I watched some videos on it and I knew the DLC had just come out, so I decided what better time to try it out than now. It was fun, but I was like really bad. Uh-oh, there's a lot of these guys. No, man, I can't. I knew I should have got like the piercing or something. Oh my. The hardest difficulty in this game is Danger 5. There's more enemies, they're stronger, 2 bosses spawn at once. First, I just wanted to be able to beat a run on every difficulty before that. And after a few failures, so it said enemies are stronger now, but I'm a little bit curious to see how much damage they actually do. Luckily, I just dodged there. Oh, okay. Well, didn't dodge that one. I got there. So, it was time to take the weights off and finally begin the journey of winning with every character. The first runs were rough, but important. When you first load up the game, your character screen won't look like this at all. It'll look like this. A lot of these characters are super straightforward. Brawler is strong with unarmed weapons. Crazy likes precise weapons like daggers. Chunky is slow but tanky. Ranger likes range stuff. Mutant levels up fast, but items cost a lot more. They definitely change the way that you have to play, but no crazy win conditions or snowballing. While these aren't the most exciting characters, they're super important to learn the fundamentals of the game. What items have good value and scale, and when I need a power spike, I unlocked a ton of new characters and items from these runs. And I learned so much, even on Mage, which I hated. Some characters in the game I just do not even enjoy a little bit. Mage wasn't too hard, but something about elemental damage builds I just don't really enjoy. Maybe it's because I picked the wand. This thing is actually the worst weapon in the game. Technically, it's a setup weapon, so it makes sense it feels bad damage-wise, but it shouldn't feel this bad. Burning enemies does allow you to activate certain items or enable bonuses on other weapons to make you stronger, but the damage the burn takes for and how long it takes to actually ignite the whole map doesn't even come close to making up for the DPS you lose sacrificing a weapon slot for this. Anyways, on Pacifist, you just don't do anything. Not like it's boring, you literally do nothing. The entire gimmick of the character is you get more money the more enemies that are alive. So it was pretty funny pushing monsters halfway across the map, but not for me. A lot of the characters I wasn't the biggest fan of were the explosive damage-based ones. You would think explosion equals fun, because every time you see an explosion, your brain would go, ooh, that was nice, but not exactly. A lot of these characters are really slow to attack, tanky types, and that just isn't really my thing. Honestly, it was easily my least favorite type of damage in the game. Wait, no, second least favorite, because engineering exists. I could probably make the rest of this video about my issues with engineering. Things like how unrewarding turrets feel, how useless mines are, how structure spawn location RNG can make it feel like you wasted all your time and materials and your day because 3 turrets spawned halfway across the universe from each other. But I think I just realized I generally don't enjoy the characters that force you into using one weapon or one stat to try and snowball. But still, I beat Danger 5 on all of these characters and I could finally explore my true passion, gambling. So we are going to steal you now. Okay, I think we might be doomed here, guys. I think we might be doomed. A walrus just charged into me. I don't know, I'm healing. Oh, am I? There's a consumable, thank you. Have I survived? Nope. We lost. There's so many ways to gamble in this game, and it is awesome. Gangster can steal items from the shop, but it comes with a chance to spawn an elite that can end your entire run. The druid can get luck from a fruit, or you get a fruit that poisons you, letting you get one-tapped by a giant whale. Ghost has a 90% dodge cap instead of the usual 60%. But you have to build to it first, and if you do get hit with minus 100 armor, you will die. Even characters like Saver, who starts with a piggy bank item that gives you interest for how many materials you have at the start of each round, or Farmer, who snowballs the passive income you get from the harvesting stat to let me roll for items forever, are just so fun. I did have to do some extra work before getting them though. To unlock Farmer, I had to get 200 harvesting on any character, and Saver, I just had to have 20,000 collected materials in my Brotato career. These unlock requirements did make a lot of runs different though. And that's one of my favorite things about this game. If you want to do everything, like get every character, you have to play a lot of super unique runs with more objectives than just beat the game. You unlock Cryptid by finishing with 10 living trees in a single wave, Artificer by killing 15 enemies with a single explosion, Dwarf you have to hit 25 enemies with a single melee attack, which was not easy. To unlock streamer, you have to follow me at twitch.tv/Rizzo. And so many more. For example, to get entrepreneur, you had to hold 3,000 material at one time in a single run. But it was worth it because this might be the best character in the entire game. Items cost less, you get more from harvesting, items recycle for more, but every wave your money resets to 0. There's no planning around item value, saving materials for piggy bank bonuses. You go on a shopping spree every round. And let me tell you, the runs get pretty insane. Like, my best run during this entire playthrough insane. Oh, geez, I can't even tell. Oh, no. I don't think we're strong enough. I don't think we're strong enough. This might be it. I can't tell, though. No, I need to survive 7 seconds. The enemies are too fast. I have so many tardigrades, but I don't know, like, how many I have. I died. I could have just finished this recording 2 days ago. As you beat runs on more and more characters, you unlock more weapons and more items that can make other characters a lot easier. Like getting Spider from Gladiator, that makes you an offensive powerhouse. Or the Obliterator weapon from Demon, that is honestly just an absurd gun. These, being combined with some characters just being insanely busted, made for some very deep and very long runs. Generalist, Multitasker, Doctor, Hunter, and Sick all took me close to 3 hours to complete. Most of the rounds were literally just this. But even still, not all easy characters are created equal. Some of them, like Vampire, were a ton of fun to set up and snowball in their conditions that make them super overpowered. Some of them, like Golem, where you can't heal in the wave, but it doesn't even matter because you stand there and are basically invincible, aren't really as fun. 2 particle accelerators. Are we going to absolutely decimate? We're doing all right. We can just keep our distance, though. We don't really need to go in with the shields. We'll be okay if we just sit back here. And relax. Relax, buddy. We already lost both of our tardigrades. And then there, he's dead. Easy. Easy and simple. 1 boss down. 60 seconds to kill the next one, and he's already half HP. I think we got this. I don't want you to get the wrong idea so far from this video. Some of the characters were easy, but a lot of them, let's just say, it took a few runs to figure out. Uh-oh. There's a lot of these guys. No, man. I can't. I knew I should have got like the piercing or something. Oh my. Oh, it's such a throw. It's such a bad throw. Oh, jeez. Oh, no, not this guy, please. Oh, no. Come on. Don't do this to me. Oh, I just walked into him. I actually just walked right into him. My absolute favorite thing about this game is that Danger 5 is actually challenging. Even if you have the best weapons for the characters and played through everyone to have all the unlocks, if you buy inefficient items or don't buy them on the right levels, you can just lose everything. The hardest characters for me by far were Ghost, which, like I said earlier, is really just gambling once you get your dodge high enough. Sailor, who gives you 200% damage against cursed enemies with naval weapons, but pretty much every single enemy is cursed, and cursed enemies are a lot stronger and a lot tankier. Oi, I am 1 HP. Hold on, hold on. Oh, no. No. Hiker is a character that's super punishing and honestly not the most fun. The more you walk, the more materials you get, but enemies drop almost nothing. So you're just running around trying to stay alive. I can't get to this guy. Oh, I greeted to try to get to him, but... Oh, that actually hit me. No way. No way. And Chef is really not that hard, but this character is my least favorite in the entire game. Basically, the way Chef works is your non-elemental damage does 200% more damage to enemies that are burning, but enemies are also 100% stronger. So you have to have some setup where you burn the entire board and then you can burst them down really quick. Burning in general kind of sucks in this game. The wand is pretty much an unusable weapon, and even if you can burn everyone with 2 or 3 wands, the DPS you lose for not having real weapons isn't made up for in the 200% increased damage. The incendiary turret should be good for this, but instead of targeting a new non-burn enemy with each shot, it just keeps shooting the same already burned enemy, doing essentially nothing for half the round. The one good weapon that works really well is the spoon, which always crits burning targets. It allows you to go from 200% extra damage against burning enemies to like 300% and beyond. The only problem, you unlock the spoon by beating a run on Chef. So I just had to struggle to get through it. I think I have to wait for some more enemies to spawn and then the turrets catch them on fire. Like now my regen's good again. This is just pure chaos. I think I'm dead. I think I'm dead round 1 of Endless. I think I'm dead. Can anybody save this run? No, nobody can. But at least after Chef, I got to play Explorer. Probably my favorite character outside of Entrepreneur. Explorer is like Hiker, but instead of punishing you for not moving for even half a second, it turns Brotato into a mini RPG. The map is bigger, there's more enemies, less money that drops, but you get a ton more trees. And trees mean you can get random items. Again, gambling. But it made exploring a lot of fun, which I guess thinking about it is the name of the character. I'm trying. Can I just make it to the other side? I can't tell what's happening. I can't tell what's happening. I still have 3 tardigrades. I'm dead. And I'm dead. And I'm gone. Okay, well, there you have it. Wave 78, Danger 5. A new record. And it's just all cursed item nonsense. I went through the characters that got left behind and slowly but surely beat Danger 5 on all of them. I only had one character left, maybe the most exciting character, well-rounded. This is the Brotato, the default character. I had all the items unlocked now, and all I had to do was to win this run to finish my challenge. And what better way to test everything I learned than to play the character with no gimmicks, no snowballing, and just pure Brotato gameplay. Okay, I'm trying to melt my way through these enemies. I want to try to kill... I'm not even going to be able to do it, actually. So yeah, you can see, like, my damage is still pretty low, right? Like, I attack incredibly fast, which is great. My damage is still so low. Like, you never want enemies to actually survive on the map. But unfortunately, they are a bit too strong for me at the moment. We really need bait. Okay, we need something like this. Because, like, this one does 8 damage. Now, if I take this, it does 10. So it's a lot more valuable than I think. And the main problem we're going to have on the Elite Wave is we are going to spray about 1,000 bullets into the Elite. And it's going to deal some damage, but as I'm doing that, these bullets don't pierce through any enemies, or it doesn't pierce through the Elite. So all the other little guys are going to spawn all around it. So I have to be sure that I can one-shot the little guys, or at least kill them within a quarter of a second or something like that. Oh, now this is pretty good, right? Because our weapons don't pierce. I was just bringing this up. If we take this, the piercing will do a very small amount of damage, but only losing 5% damage is not a big deal. We got this dude. My bullets do pierce, which is very nice. Oh, yeah, we have tons of damage to work with them now, or to deal with them now. This is what I was saying. As I'm spraying bullets into the Elite, all the other guys around me are going to spawn, but, like, we have so much lifesteal, it doesn't even matter. Like, I don't even know what I'm at. What am I at? 19% lifesteal, which is crazy. Wow, that is great. My question is, should I wait for it to be cursed? Because this is such an insane item. If I grab this now, I win the run. Hands down. Because I can just build crit and it's over. I mean, we should have the attack speed to be able to deal with this wave. For sure. I just have to make sure that I'm not standing still a lot of times when these guys charge at me. We should be okay. I don't think I can get all the materials here, unfortunately. But this is what happens when you don't have any piercing on your weapons. You end up getting into situations like these on horde waves, where they're just completely all over you, but your bullets don't pierce through, so you can't do anything. Oh, look at him. Didn't even stand a chance. Yeah. I mean, it's just that simple. Let's do it. Combine these. Take the minigun. Take the baby with a beard, which will decrease our range a lot, but I think it's okay. It's so nice that my bullets are piercing through the enemies, though. Like, I can already feel the impact. Like, just going on the other side of this guy and trying to hit the enemies behind him. It's actually able to, like, kill them as well. There you have it. Oh, my God. Well-rounded. The SMG spin.